Good morning and welcome to the Morning Blend Extra. I'm Sean Tempesta. All right, are you selling your home? You're thinking of listing it with a real estate agent? Well, before you do, get top advice from our next guest that can help you sell your home for top dollar, hassle-free, in any condition and any location for cash. That man is Lathe Lavada. He is a real estate investor, buyer, and broker for First Prime Realty Group. Great having you.
Thank you.
So let's talk about why we would go into why would we sell to an investor that has cash on hand versus, say, going to a real estate agent?
Well, there's a few different reasons for this. We had a lady who had an elderly mother in the property and she was suffering from dementia. Mm-hmm. In that case, they didn't want a whole bunch of people coming in and out of the house, and they wanted privacy. Mm-hmm. So we were able to purchase that home and limit the amount of traffic in and out of that house. So that's one reason. Mm-hmm. Another reason is like the property that you're seeing now. There's a lot of repairs to be done on it. A gentleman we just purchased a property on actually had a roof that needed to be repaired.
Wow, that can be incredibly expensive.
Yes, and it didn't have any carpet.
That's another serious issue. Perhaps
right.
Maybe the water was coming down and destroyed the carpet.
Yeah, then they removed
one caused
it.
the other.
Yeah.
So these are situations where you couldn't just get a typical loan on that type of home because it's in such disrepair that a bank won't put a loan on.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Sometimes the buyers don't want or can't buy the home, but a lot of times getting a loan on this on these properties are impossible, if not very difficult. The homeowner can't make the repairs. That's where it becomes necessary to sell to a homeowner like myself.
And you pride yourself on having an ease of mind when you're doing this transaction. First of all, if there's any stuff left inside the house, so let's say that big entertainment center that's been falling apart for 30 years, you don't have to schlep it out. Anything we don't want, you could just leave in the house, right?
That's exactly right. We had one gentleman, he was 89 as well, and he had family across the country, and he couldn't handle the moving of these items. Yeah. So whatever he didn't want, he just left in the property, and we were able to take care of it for him. This is important when you're going through this. Moving is not an easy thing. Yeah. I mean, you have a lot of cumulative things that add up over time. You're not even aware of it, like the house you're seeing now. Some of these homes just have a lot of items, stuff yes. that needs to be removed, and this can be very beneficial.
The other thing, having done a typical real estate sale on one home and gone into another home and trying to get the closing dates to line up perfectly can be very difficult. The one thing that you're able to pull off with being a cash buyer, you actually make sure the cash is in hand sometimes before the person even moves from the house.
That's right. Yeah, we just had another homeowner who was wanting to sell their home, and they had another one under contract. They had to sell the property that we were purchasing before they bought the other one. And there's this gap of where are you going to live before you move into the other one.
You don't want to move twice.
Right.
That stinks. So you help them be able to stay in place for the next couple days, weeks, whatever it might be, yeah. to be able to make it to that closing so you can get into the other house.
That's exactly right. So we got them their cash. They were able to then pack up and move to the other house and have a seamless transition from one house to the other house.
Awesome. We have about 60 seconds left. Let's talk about the purchase agreement and how this works. Say that we have you come by the house to take a look at our home and see if it's what it might be worth. How does it go?
Well, we do a pre-offer inspection or evaluation on every home before we sign a purchase agreement. Okay. That's very important. You don't want to go under contract with a buyer and then it falls out because they didn't do their due diligence on the property. Yeah, that happens a lot. We just had someone come to us in that situation, mm-hmm. and we were able to buy it. You don't want a tabletop closing either. You want to sign a purchase agreement, take it to a third-party title and closing company to follow that, and then we close it out, get you your cash profits at closing, and we put all of that on the purchase agreement. By the way, there's no real estate commissions on the homes we buy, and I pay all the seller's ordinary buyer and selling closing costs, so the seller doesn't have to.
A lot of savings. So there's 6% on the commissions plus the closing costs. That can add up pretty big, so you're saving a lot of money there.
It can, mm-hmm. and it simplifies the transaction for the seller. We put the seller's net cash in their pocket on the purchase agreement so they don't have to worry about all these little idiosyncrasies that can get complicated on other types of transactions.
Lathe, great having you as always.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you want to sell your home for cash, call Lathe Lavada. Numbers on your screen, 702-476-2000. You're going to get a guaranteed, quick and easy, no obligation cash offer. First Prime Realty Group, they're a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend. Have a great day, everybody.